I know you wrote another one of your articles for the Orange and Brown Report, things you think you know about the Browns. Positions of focus in the draft. Let's tackle that one first.
Well, you said it, tackle, right? And guard. I mean, listen, not going to make a lot of fans really super excited, but you are in a transition period, and even Andrew Berry talked about it looking forward, right, with this draft. He's not drafting for this year necessarily, he's drafting for the future. And in this situation, you need to find a tackle and potentially a guard because Joe Bitonio is not going to play forever. To fill in this offensive line that, let's face it, Dave, has had a ton of money sunk into it for years and years and years, and you are moving a lot of money to wide receiver and other positions. And in order for this to work and for the roster build to be easier on Barry to manage, it's just going to be easier if you can go into 2025 with DeJuan Jones and another guy on a rookie contract starting at your tackle position. Think of how refreshing that would be for their ability to build the roster and flexibility there to spend on other positions instead of sinking, upwards of $12 to $15 million on almost every position on the offensive line. Same thing at guard. Joe Bitonio is not going to play forever. I think he's coming close to the end here in the next couple of years. So you also got to look at the guard position. I think that they like the guys they have on the roster. I don't think they think any of them are the future of that position. So once again, in the draft, my focus, not just on this, but my main area of focus would be trying to get a future starting tackle if possible, and somewhere in the draft addressing guard as well.
So let's combine the next two that from the same article. Trade possibilities for the draft as well as late round draft strategy.
Yeah, the trade possibilities for me, it's highly likely that they trade back, David. It's just going to be so hard for them. At least it would be hard for me. Maybe I'm putting myself in issues. But Andrew's a patient man, I guess. If you sit at 85 and wait all the way till the 5th round, that is a ton of good players coming off the board there, right? And then by the time you come back in the 5th round, who knows what's left? And it is a little bit thinner of a draft. So that leads us to, our late round strategy, which, listen, there are still really good players there, but there's a reason they're being picked at that point, right? So it's either off the field, level of competition, their size, maybe like they're, too big for the position, or in between positions, they're too small for the position. But if you know what you want, right? Like, for example, if the Browns know what they want in this next wide receiver they're going to take, just for a random example, they want a good route runner that's going to, stretch the field horizontally or whatever. You can find that anywhere in the draft. Like, the complete players are gone by that point. But you can find guys with elite traits there. They're just going to be really good at one thing or another. So understanding what you need for your roster and attacking that, you can still find really good value, as we've seen them do with guys like DeJuan Jones later in the draft.
Yeah, Andrew Berry has been pretty good to really good at that, I mean, you look at even a guy like Donovan Peoples-Jones in the 6th round. He still gave you 3.5, 4 productive years in the league.